Humanity had always looked to the stars, a species captivated by the boundless potential of the cosmos. They had dreamed of other worlds, imagined alien civilizations, and wondered if they were alone in the universe. When humanity finally achieved faster-than-light travel, it seemed the answer to that eternal question was within reach. The discovery was accidental. A fusion experiment gone awry at the CERN laboratories triggered a reaction previously thought impossible. Scientists scrambled to decode the data, initially skeptical of the results. But soon enough, the impossible became irrefutable. Humanity had inadvertently discovered a warp field capable of bending space itself. News spread rapidly, transforming global society overnight. Humanity was now poised to explore, not merely theorize. The nations of Earth, traditionally divided by ideology and territorial disputes, came together under an unprecedented banner of cooperation. The technology became humanity's shared heritage, a symbol of unity and progress. Within months, the first prototype starship, named Endeavour, was constructed. Its maiden voyage was broadcast worldwide, billions watching breathlessly as the sleek, silvery vessel vanished into the void, and then miraculously returned intact minutes later, having traveled several light-years in moments. Celebrations erupted across every continent. Humanity had finally unlocked the secrets of interstellar travel. However, the collective excitement soon shifted to curiosity and caution when Earth's detection systems picked up signals emanating from deep space. Signals clearly aimed at humanity, encoded in flawless human languages. The message was concise yet electrifying. Greetings, humanity. You have been observed. Your discovery of faster-than-light travel warrants your inclusion into the Galactic Council. You are hereby invited to send representatives to the designated coordinates. We await your arrival. The revelation stunned the global populace. Not only were humans not alone in the universe, they had been watched, studied, evaluated. Within days, the United Nations called an emergency assembly, where ambassadors, scientists, military strategists, and religious leaders debated intensely. The opportunity was unprecedented, but so was the risk. Humanity knew nothing of the intentions of these beings, nor their customs or capabilities. Still, the promise of joining a wider galactic community proved irresistible. A diplomatic mission was swiftly arranged. An elite team of humanity's best diplomats and scientists, led by Dr. Elena Carter, a renowned physicist and ambassador, prepared to make history. Carter, charismatic and brilliant, had become the face of humanity's interstellar ambitions. Her calm demeanor under pressure and reputation for diplomacy made her the ideal candidate to represent Earth. The journey to the Council's coordinates took mere days, and when humanity's vessel, aptly named Unity, arrived, its crew was awed by the sheer scale of the alien meeting place. It was an immense orbital station, a glittering construction of crystalline structures interwoven with unknown metals. Dozens of colossal alien ships, varied in design and complexity, orbited the structure, underscoring humanity's comparative infancy. As Unity docked, the human delegation, anxious yet hopeful, stepped onto the station. They were greeted by towering beings, elegant in appearance yet cold in demeanor. Representatives of numerous species lined the massive chamber. Some appeared vaguely humanoid, while others defied imagination entirely. Floating, pulsating entities, multi-limbed creatures, and beings enveloped in shimmering cloaks of energy. The alien spokesperson, identified as Ambassador Lixian, was an imposing figure with luminous eyes set within a regal, silvery visage. Their voice was rich, authoritative, tinged with condescension. "We welcome humanity to the Galactic Council," Lixian began, pausing for effect, "though we must express our surprise. Rarely has such a primitive species achieved faster-than-light travel." The words stung, but Dr. Carter maintained her composure. Humanity's pride was momentarily wounded but not yet broken. She stepped forward, speaking with diplomatic grace. "We appreciate your welcome, Ambassador Lixian. Humanity may indeed be young by your standards, but we hope to contribute meaningfully to this council." Lixian offered only a thin smile, dismissive. "Contribute? Perhaps in time. For now, consider yourselves observers rather than participants. Learn our ways and in doing so, perhaps evolve beyond your limitations." The delegation felt the sting of disdain but chose prudence over pride. They understood that humanity was at the mercy of superior beings who had possessed such technology for untold generations. Yet Dr. Carter's resolve hardened. Humanity would prove its worth, not through words but deeds. Days passed in the council, filled with observation and subtle humiliation. Human representatives were openly disregarded in discussions and councils, treated more as curiosities than peers. Human technology, groundbreaking on Earth, was viewed as primitive curiosities at best, amusement at worst. Frustration simmered beneath the veneer of diplomatic civility. The breakthrough opportunity came when the Council announced plans for an exploratory expedition into the distant and uncharted sector labeled Zeta Alpha 7, an area infamous for its hostile, poorly understood conditions. Seeing an opening to demonstrate humanity's courage and competence, Dr. Carter volunteered her crew aboard the Unity, asserting humanity's readiness to stand alongside their more experienced alien counterparts. The Council was skeptical, yet after some discussion amusedly consented, deeming it an opportunity to test humanity's resilience, and perhaps teach a lesson in humility. The Council assigned several alien representatives to oversee and guide the mission, subtly signaling that humanity's role was secondary. Back on Earth, reactions were mixed. Many felt pride, seeing the mission as humanity's chance to redeem itself. Others feared the arrogance of the aliens and worried about the risks involved. Nevertheless, preparations moved forward rapidly. Earth's best and brightest readied themselves for the voyage, eager yet wary. Dr. Carter, standing aboard the Unity on the eve of departure, addressed the global audience once more. Her words, broadcast across Earth, resonated deeply. We go forth not merely to explore but to define ourselves. Whatever we encounter, we will face it as one united species. Humanity's greatest strength has always been our resolve. We will show the universe who we truly are. The next morning, Unity and the alien fleet departed the Council station, hurtling into the unknown. Humanity watched, collectively holding its breath, unaware that the challenges awaiting them would test their resolve beyond imagination. Humanity's maiden voyage alongside the Galactic Council's representatives was a historic moment, laden with anticipation, curiosity, and apprehension. The starship Unity surged into warp, accompanied by an impressive array of alien vessels, each representing civilizations older and vastly more experienced. The destination, Zeta Alpha 7, a sector notorious in the galactic community, known simply as the Forbidden Region. The voyage was shorter than expected, but tensions aboard the ship escalated quickly. Dr. Elena Carter, despite her confidence, sensed an unease among the alien representatives assigned to their mission. Chief among these was Ambassador Lixian's appointed deputy, Threll, a tall, crystalline being whose translucent form shimmered faintly under artificial lighting. Threll made no effort to hide his disdain for humanity, frequently remarking on their inferiority in science, diplomacy, and even physical resilience. Your species' fragility is fascinatingly inefficient, Threll observed coolly during one uncomfortable exchange. Carter, already weary of the belittlement, replied firmly yet diplomatically, perhaps. But resilience often comes from facing adversity, Ambassador. Humans are adaptable in ways you may soon appreciate. Threll merely glowed dismissively, silently signaling the conversation's end. Soon after, alarms blared through the Unity. Carter raced to the bridge, confronting a frantic scene. Sensors screamed chaotic data. The region known as Zeta Alpha 7 was not merely dangerous. It was anomalous, twisted by gravitational distortions that had been hidden or ignored by their alien companions. "Spatial anomalies ahead," shouted Captain Lucas Reed, desperately stabilizing their trajectory. The human crew moved with swift efficiency, their training overshadowing panic. But it was already too late. Reality itself rippled dangerously around the fleet, tearing at hulls and scattering ships in every direction. "Brace for emergency warp exit," Reed commanded, his voice barely audible above the chaos. In a violent cascade of energy, the Unity burst out of warp into a terrifyingly violent system dominated by a dark, storm-racked planet. Communication channels erupted with distress calls from the other ships. One by one, signals vanished, ships torn apart or flung across unknown reaches of space. Carter gripped the console, her heart pounding. The Unity shuddered, systems failing rapidly as the gravitational pull of the massive world seized their vessel, dragging it helplessly downward. Reed's voice cut through static-riddled comms. "All hands brace for planetary impact." The landing was brutal. The Unity, battered and damaged, crashed violently onto the surface, plowing through dense alien jungles before coming to a groaning, agonized halt. Smoke and sparks filled the command center. Carter coughed violently, wiping blood from her forehead, her vision swimming. As emergency lights flickered to life, she heard crew members calling desperately, tallying injuries and deaths. The world they had landed upon, soon labeled the Death World, was brutally hostile. Initial scans revealed a lethal atmosphere rich in toxic compounds, towering predators roaming jungles of razor-edged vegetation, and storms that raged without pause. It was clear their survival depended on their ingenuity and determination alone. They quickly realized the alien fleet, their supposed companions, had vanished entirely. Worse, communications back to the Galactic Council were unstable, barely penetrating the violent atmospheric interference. Nonetheless, Carter persisted, transmitting an urgent plea for aid and rescue to the Council's last known coordinates. Humanity had proved its worthiness by volunteering. Surely assistance would come. Days passed as the surviving crew, led courageously by Captain Reed and Dr. Carter, established a makeshift base around the wreckage. Casualties continued to mount, taken by unknown predators or poisoned by atmospheric leaks into compromised shelters. Yet human adaptability shone brightly in the darkness. They developed breathing apparatuses, fortified habitats from ship debris, and implemented survival protocols that kept their dwindling numbers alive. Finally, after desperate attempts, Carter established a tenuous, crackling communication link with the Galactic Council. Ambassador Lixian's visage appeared on a sputtering screen. Carter, exhaustion evident in her eyes, pleaded urgently, "Ambassador, we're stranded, desperate. We require immediate rescue. Conditions are catastrophic." Lixian regarded her coldly, his gaze clinical rather than sympathetic. "Regrettably," he intoned slowly, "the Council deems rescue impossible. The region is too unstable. Your survival is, statistically, improbable. Humanity must accept your loss." Carter's heart sank, anger simmering beneath her weariness. "We are alive, Ambassador. With help we can survive this." "Your optimism is admirable," Lixian replied, tone patronizing, "but impractical. Consider this unfortunate incident an opportunity to understand the limitations of your species. Perhaps your sacrifice will instruct humanity to remain cautious." The transmission cut abruptly, plunging the makeshift command tent into stunned silence. Carter stood frozen, overwhelmed by fury, grief, and disbelief. Humanity had been betrayed, dismissed entirely by beings who saw them as disposable. Yet even in despair, Carter refused to surrender hope. Turning resolutely, she addressed her crew with unwavering determination. "We will not accept this. We survive, we adapt, and we hold on until Earth can find us. Humanity will not abandon us, even if the Council has." Light years away, Earth received the distress transmissions. Outrage surged across the planet as the Council's cold dismissal echoed in the ears of every human. The Galactic Council had not merely refused aid, they had insulted humanity's core value of compassion and perseverance. Almost overnight, anger galvanized humanity into unprecedented unity. The betrayal became a rallying cry, echoing through every city, nation, and continent. Earth's leaders, scientists, and people rallied around a single powerful vow: no human would be left behind. Boundaries vanished as scientists and engineers worked tirelessly, driven by necessity and rage. Advanced survival technology, orbital resupply methods, and radical terraforming solutions emerged in rapid succession. Nations poured their economies and talents into a massive rescue mission, fueled by defiance and determination to prove their worth to the arrogant aliens who had abandoned them. Meanwhile, back on the Death World, Carter and her dwindling crew battled daily horrors, enduring storms, predators, and fatigue. But hope burned brighter every day, buoyed by the faint signals that Earth had not forgotten them. They built stronger shelters, refined atmospheric filters, and fought relentlessly to stay alive, determined not merely to survive, but to prove humanity's resilience to a galaxy that doubted their worth. As the brutal days stretched into weeks and months, their determination only grew. Humanity's survival instinct, it seemed, was something the Alien Council had drastically underestimated. When news of the Galactic Council's abandonment of the stranded crew reached Earth, it ignited a firestorm of outrage. The Council's cold, clinical dismissal, captured in the grainy transmissions from the distant Death World, was broadcast on every media channel across the globe, sparking unprecedented anger and unity among Earth's population. For the first time in human history, ideological differences, geopolitical tensions, and cultural divides fell by the wayside. The collective pride of humanity had been wounded, their people had been left to die, discarded by the very beings who had pretended to mentor them. This insult cut deeper than mere wounded pride. It challenged humanity's sense of compassion, their core belief in leaving no one behind. The United Nations convened an emergency session, attended by representatives from every nation. Dr. Anika Sharma, a renowned aerospace engineer, addressed the assembly with a resolve that resonated globally. "The Galactic Council believes us incapable, Sharma declared passionately. They underestimate humanity's ingenuity, courage, and unity. Today we prove them wrong. We refuse to abandon our people. They say rescue is impossible, we say watch us. Her words were broadcast across the globe, igniting cheers in public squares, homes, laboratories, and factories. Humanity had found a cause greater than its historical rivalries, rescuing their stranded brothers and sisters and demonstrating to the Galactic Council that human potential knew no bounds. In the days and weeks following Sharma's address, Earth transformed into a giant collaborative laboratory. Scientists, engineers, corporations, and governments dissolved old barriers, pooling resources at an unprecedented scale. Every major economy and research institute poured their efforts into rapid technological advancement. Innovation surged, driven by fierce determination and limitless human creativity. The international cooperative dubbed Operation Phoenix swiftly took shape. Under Dr. Sharma's leadership, scientists pioneered revolutionary technologies at breakneck speeds. In mere months, life support systems capable of functioning indefinitely in hostile environments were developed. Engineers designed self-sustaining orbital drop pods capable of delivering essential supplies through violent planetary atmospheres without damage. Simultaneously, breakthroughs occurred in robotics and automation. Entire fleets of drones were assembled, programmed not only to deliver supplies but to build infrastructure remotely. Advanced robotic units were quickly manufactured and deployed, equipped to construct robust shelters, purify toxic atmospheres, and even protect survivors from the Death World's lethal wildlife. Terraforming became humanity's most ambitious undertaking, rapidly advancing from theoretical research into practical application. Planetary scientists developed advanced atmospheric converters, massive orbital mirrors, and microbial ecosystems capable of transforming hostile worlds into habitable environments in mere years instead of centuries. Previously insurmountable obstacles fell aside as Earth's greatest minds dedicated themselves wholly to the task. Earth's orbital space rapidly filled with new construction yards, habitats, and massive terraforming platforms. Factories churned out sophisticated equipment day and night. The entire world watched, united by a sense of purpose that overshadowed any previous human endeavor. Social tensions evaporated amid shared effort and collective hope. As progress accelerated, the Galactic Council's observers stationed near Earth watched with bewilderment and disbelief. Their reports back to Ambassador Lixian painted a troubling picture. Humanity was progressing at a pace considered impossible even by their advanced standards. Lixian initially dismissed the news with characteristic arrogance. Their enthusiasm is impressive but ultimately futile, he told his advisors dismissively. Their primitive technology will fail. Let them exhaust themselves. But humanity's progress only accelerated further. A mere 18 months after the disaster, Earth's orbital rescue armada was prepared to launch the first wave of drones toward the Death World. Controlled remotely from Earth, the drones delivered vital life support materials, building robotic infrastructure around the stranded crew's battered shelters. For the crew on the Death World, who had nearly lost all hope, the sudden arrival of these orbital drops was nothing short of miraculous. Dr. Carter watched in tears of relief as automated robotic engineers swiftly erected reinforced shelters, established clean oxygen generation systems, and constructed defensive perimeters that repelled the planet's lethal wildlife. The crew's survival transitioned from a desperate, daily battle into a controlled and sustainable existence. Back on Earth, celebrations erupted at news of successful drone deployments. Humanity's defiance was not just working, it was thriving. Encouraged by early success, Operation Phoenix doubled efforts, sending larger, more advanced modules to initiate aggressive terraforming processes. Massive orbital mirrors unfolded like metallic petals above the Death World, concentrating sunlight onto icy polar caps, rapidly reshaping the planet's atmosphere. Within 3 years, observable changes became dramatic. The toxic sky cleared to reveal bright, breathable air. Vegetation, carefully engineered on Earth, began to take root, rapidly covering barren expanses with vibrant life. Rivers flowed cleanly where poisonous lakes once stood. Dangerous wildlife retreated into remote pockets, while harmless, Earth-engineered species spread across continents. The Death World was becoming a beacon of human ingenuity, determination, and perseverance. Simultaneously, Earth's greatest minds perfected a new warp-capable starship design, far superior to the ill-fated Unity. Named the Phoenix in honor of the project, this ship embodied humanity's radical technological evolution. Sleek, powerful, and resilient, It symbolized humanity's newfound mastery of galactic travel and survival. 4 years after the Council's betrayal, the Phoenix stood ready. Earth watched collectively as Dr. Sharma herself, accompanied by a hand-picked rescue team, launched toward the now partially terraformed Death World. The journey was flawless, a testament to human determination and skill. Upon arrival, Dr. Sharma personally embraced Dr. Carter, symbolizing humanity's victory over abandonment and adversity. On the distant Death World, the arrival of Earth's drones and orbital supply pods transformed the stranded crew's desperate struggle into a testament of humanity's ingenuity and resilience. For 4 brutal years, Dr. Elena Carter, Captain Lucas Reed, and their dwindling crew had survived the unthinkable: vicious wildlife, poisonous atmosphere, and violent, unending storms. Now, finally, salvation arrived, not from alien benefactors, but from humanity itself, defying every expectation. The first orbital drops marked a turning point. Drones descended through violent storms, landing precisely at designated coordinates despite the hostile conditions. As automated systems activated, Carter and her crew watched in awe, their hearts filled with relief. For the first time in years, hope felt tangible. Autonomous robotic engineers emerged from drop pods, quickly erecting sophisticated shelters and defensive perimeters around the battered remains of the Unity. These robots, designed with remarkable intelligence, moved with seamless precision, working tirelessly, immune to the planet's toxic atmosphere. Within days, a robust, self-sustaining habitat took shape, complete with atmospheric scrubbers, temperature regulation systems, and impenetrable barriers against the Death World's relentless predators. Carter watched this rapid transformation with wonder. In their makeshift command center, screens displayed real-time images of drones constructing infrastructure that had once seemed impossible to imagine. "Earth hasn't just rescued us," she murmured to Captain Reed. "They've done the impossible. They've conquered this planet." Captain Reed nodded solemnly, his expression shifting from exhaustion to renewed determination. "They believed in us, Elena. They refused to let us go. We owe it to them and ourselves to survive and thrive here." Soon, survival turned to revival. Enhanced suits, medical supplies, and nutritious food stocks rejuvenated the crew, restoring strength to battered bodies. Advanced terraforming equipment initiated rapid atmospheric transformation, releasing engineered microorganisms that purified the poisonous air with astonishing efficiency. Giant orbital mirrors, like glittering petals orbiting above, redirected sunlight onto icy poles, melting ice caps and triggering massive environmental changes. Within months, the Death World's perpetual gloom began to clear. Bright, clear skies replaced poisonous mists. The roar of storms gradually diminished, replaced by gentle winds carrying the first hints of Earth-like freshness. Small rivers and lakes, clean and drinkable, formed from melting ice, reshaping barren terrain into lush valleys. Vegetation, genetically engineered for accelerated growth, burst forth, covering vast stretches in vibrant greenery. The world once labeled uninhabitable was swiftly becoming Earth's greatest achievement in planetary engineering, a living testament to human resolve. Back on Earth, the success was broadcast globally, fueling humanity's pride and ambition. The Galactic Council's observers stationed near Earth's orbit watched helplessly, astonished and troubled by humanity's rapid evolution. Regular reports sent back to Ambassador Lixian revealed an uncomfortable truth. Humans had surpassed galactic expectations, achieving feats previously deemed impossible. Lixian, though initially dismissive, grew increasingly wary. Humanity's rapid advancement was beyond comprehension, challenging established beliefs within the Council. The notion of humans being inferior now seemed absurd, dangerously inaccurate even. Despite their disbelief, however, the Council stubbornly refused to publicly acknowledge humanity's new standing, maintaining their arrogant facade, even as fear and doubt crept through their ranks. Meanwhile, the stranded crew on the Death World continued their own remarkable transformation. With environmental conditions drastically improved, Carter's leadership focused now on consolidating their gains. Small, self-sufficient colonies spread outward from their initial base, linked by automated transportation systems built by robots. The planet, once an enemy, became humanity's partner in survival. The ecosystem, carefully balanced by Earth's scientists, flourished. Harmless fauna engineered specifically for this environment populated the rejuvenated landscape, bringing life and balance. Predators retreated or were contained, isolated in managed habitats. Within 3 years, the crew could freely explore vast stretches of territory without protective gear, breathing fresh air and walking amidst vibrant forests and fertile plains. Captain Reed, overseeing colony expansion, marveled at humanity's accomplishment. "We turned hell into paradise," he remarked to Carter, overlooking a thriving valley filled with wildlife and blooming vegetation. "The Council called this impossible, but humanity's will has rewritten the rules." By the 4th year, the Death World bore little resemblance to the nightmare planet they'd crash-landed upon. Now called Phoenix Prime, it became a symbol of human defiance and determination. With reliable habitats, plentiful resources, and growing communities, Carter and Reed prepared their people for the inevitable, the day Earth would return victorious to reclaim them. The moment arrived spectacularly. The sleek warp-capable starship, Phoenix, entered orbit exactly 4 years and 3 days after their desperate crash. From the surface, Carter watched the gleaming vessel descend gracefully, landing at the heart of the main colony. As the landing ramp lowered, a team of rescuers emerged, led by Dr. Anika Sharma herself, the engineer whose voice had rallied humanity into action. Sharma stepped forward, smiling warmly as Carter and Reed approached. "We told you we'd come," Sharma said, emotion evident in her voice. Carter embraced her tightly, tears streaming freely. It was a victory not merely of survival, but of human spirit, ingenuity, and resolve. As the rescued survivors boarded the Phoenix, Carter gazed one final time across the transformed planet. It had become not only a symbol of humanity's power but a message to the arrogant Galactic Council. Humanity could not be ignored, controlled, or underestimated again. Word of humanity's astounding rescue and terraforming success spread quickly across the galaxy, shaking established powers to their core. Ambassador Lixian summoned his advisors, anxious and perplexed. Humanity had not only survived, they had thrived beyond reason and done so entirely alone. As the Phoenix prepared to leave orbit, the Council sent urgent communications to Earth, demanding explanations, answers, and, most urgently, access to humanity's unprecedented technological advances. Earth's response, broadcast openly across the galaxy, was a bold, uncompromising declaration. "We succeeded without your help, thriving where you abandoned us. Our technology remains ours alone. If you seek it, you must face us. Our fleet will be waiting." The Council, humiliated and challenged, was left stunned by humanity's defiance. But Carter, Reed, Sharma, and every human who heard the declaration felt deep pride. Humanity had stood alone, survived impossible odds, and emerged stronger than ever, ready to stand as equals among the stars. And, if necessary, ready for war. The triumphant return of the Phoenix to Earth, carrying the crew rescued from the former Death World, now Phoenix Prime, marked a historic moment in human history. Billions across Earth watched as the vessel touched down gracefully, the sleek hull gleaming under the sunlight. Humanity, united and powerful, greeted the heroes who had inspired the greatest leap forward in human technological advancement since the dawn of civilization itself. The crowd erupted in cheers as the ramp descended, revealing Dr. Elena Carter, Captain Lucas Reed, and their resilient survivors. Tears flowed openly, and celebrations echoed from every corner of the globe. It was not merely a rescue, it was humanity's bold declaration of strength and defiance against an indifferent galaxy. Dr. Anika Sharma stepped forward to address the gathered crowd and billions watching worldwide. Her voice, calm yet powerful, captured humanity's collective triumph. "Today we welcome home those whom others abandoned. Their survival, their courage, and our shared determination have reshaped humanity's destiny. We stand united, stronger than ever, ready to face whatever lies ahead." Carter, visibly moved, joined Sharma at the podium, embracing warmly before addressing the global audience. "We survived because humanity refused to give up on us. We stand here because of your ingenuity, your courage, your refusal to surrender. Our message to the galaxy is clear: humanity stands united, resilient, and unbreakable." The celebrations lasted days, but behind the scenes, humanity's leaders prepared for a critical confrontation. The Galactic Council, previously dismissive, now urgently demanded explanations, technologies, and assurances that humanity remained compliant. Their messages, initially arrogant and imperious, rapidly turned threatening as humanity ignored their demands. Ambassador Lixian, desperate to regain control, finally issued an ultimatum to Earth's leaders: surrender the groundbreaking technologies and rejoin the Council as subordinate members, or face severe repercussions. Humanity's response was unequivocal and direct, broadcast openly and defiantly to the entire galaxy: "No. If you want our technology, come get it. Our war fleet awaits your arrival." Lixian, stunned and enraged by humanity's audacity, immediately called an emergency session of the Galactic Council. Representatives from dozens of alien civilizations gathered in the massive council chamber, murmuring anxiously. Lixian's previously unshakable confidence was clearly fractured, replaced by frustration and uncertainty. Humanity, Lixian announced sharply, his voice echoing throughout the vast hall, has openly defied us. They refuse our demands, daring us to retrieve their technology by force. We must consider a swift response. But whispers of concern rippled among council members. The council had severely underestimated humanity once already. Fear of humiliation or even military defeat now hung heavily in the room. Meanwhile, humanity made swift preparations for possible confrontation. Earth's orbital defense systems were radically upgraded with advanced weaponry, defensive arrays and planetary shielding, products of humanity's rapid technological revolution. Fleets of sleek, powerful starships, equipped with improved warp engines, energy shields and potent weaponry, assembled in high orbit ready to defend humanity's sovereignty. Yet, despite preparations for war, humanity's leaders and citizens alike hoped to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Earth broadcast repeated messages offering diplomatic negotiations, but always from a position of strength. Humanity would not yield to threats or intimidation. On Phoenix Prime, humanity's remarkable terraforming success continued. The planet blossomed into a vibrant colony, attracting thousands of settlers eager to build new lives. Scientists from Earth established research outposts, studying and improving the advanced technology developed during Operation Phoenix. Phoenix Prime quickly became the jewel of humanity's interstellar efforts, a symbol of what humans could achieve when united against adversity. Back on Earth, Carter, Sharma, and Reed briefed international leaders, scientists, and military strategists on their experiences with the Galactic Council. Their insights revealed crucial weaknesses within the Council's structure. Arrogance had blinded them to humanity's capabilities, their bureaucracy was slow and inefficient, and many member species quietly resented the Council's heavy-handedness. Carter emphasized this point to the assembled leadership. The Galactic Council is powerful but deeply flawed. Their arrogance will be their undoing. If we demonstrate strength and unity, many alien civilizations may reconsider their alliances. We have an opportunity to reshape the galaxy not through conquest, but through inspiration and strength. Her words resonated deeply. Humanity, united by a shared purpose, now considered not only how to survive, but how to thrive as leaders and equals among the stars. Finally, a tense message arrived from Ambassador Lixian himself, offering humanity one last chance to comply before the Council authorized military intervention. His message, laced with poorly concealed anxiety, betrayed the truth. The Council feared direct conflict, uncertain of victory against humanity's newly demonstrated might. Earth's leaders responded swiftly, firmly, and publicly, "We will not yield. Earth and Phoenix Prime stand united. If conflict comes, it is your choice alone. We seek peace but we will not submit." Privately, Lixian recoiled, understanding the gravity of humanity's resolve. Council members openly debated, many urging restraint, arguing that direct confrontation with humans, now proven resourceful, resilient, and dangerous, was perilously reckless. As uncertainty gripped the Galactic Council, several alien civilizations secretly sent envoys to Earth, intrigued by humanity's strength and rapid advancement. These envoys found humanity eager for peaceful cooperation, willing to share certain knowledge but always on equal footing. Diplomatic channels opened, alliances shifted subtly, and humanity's stature among galactic civilizations grew rapidly. Ambassador Lixian, increasingly isolated, recognized his severe miscalculation. Humanity was no longer a minor, vulnerable species, but a powerful, determined force that had shaken the Council's very foundations. He realized reluctantly that humanity had not only survived, they had surpassed the Council's own stagnant civilization model, becoming symbols of innovation, strength, and unbreakable determination. On Earth, Dr. Carter and Dr. Sharma led celebrations of peace and progress, even as humanity remained vigilant, prepared for conflict if necessary. Carter addressed billions, reinforcing humanity's newfound strength. "We are no longer students or subordinates, we are equals among stars. If conflict must come, humanity stands ready. But our true victory lies not in war, but in unity, compassion, and courage." The galaxy watched intently, awaiting the Council's next move. Humanity stood confidently on the threshold of a new era, stronger, united, defiant, and ready for whatever challenges awaited. Whether peace or war, humanity's message was clear. They would never again be underestimated or dismissed. Humanity had earned its rightful place, not by submission but through strength, courage, and unwavering resolve. The future, once uncertain, now belonged entirely to humanity. The Galactic Council was in chaos. Humanity's defiance, combined with their stunning technological and societal leap forward, had shattered centuries of established hierarchy. Ambassador Lixian convened one final, tense session of the Council, aware that the galaxy itself teetered on the edge of a transformative shift. As representatives from dozens of civilizations gathered, Lixian stood before the assembly, his usual commanding presence diminished. For the first time, uncertainty colored his voice. Humanity has refused compliance. They challenge our authority openly, threatening our galactic order. We must decide, submit to their defiance or enforce our demands through strength. Yet, murmurs of dissent rippled through the chamber. An elder representative from the peaceful Valar species rose, her gentle voice cutting clearly through the tension. Ambassador, humanity has not sought conflict. They have merely defended themselves from our indifference. Perhaps it is we who must reconsider our arrogance. Do we truly desire war with a species whose ingenuity has surpassed even our own? Several delegates nodded in agreement, while others bristled defiantly. The council fractured, a once unified power now splintering under the weight of humanity's unprecedented ascension. Back on Earth, the atmosphere was electrified, not by fear but determination. Humanity's great cities, bustling orbital platforms, and distant colony on Phoenix Prime all thrived under this newfound unity. Military fleets, sleek and powerful, patrolled Earth's orbit, their silent presence broadcasting humanity's preparedness to any observing eyes. Dr. Elena Carter and Dr. Anika Sharma stood together on a sprawling balcony overlooking New Geneva, a city now symbolizing humanity's unified resolve. Carter spoke quietly, watching countless ships move gracefully in orbit above. They underestimated us because we were new, young, untested. But we learned. And now they're afraid. Sharma nodded solemnly. The Council never imagined a species could rise this quickly, Elena. Now they face a choice: accept us as equals or risk losing their dominance entirely. A message from Ambassador Lixian interrupted their reflections. Projected on the screens worldwide, Lixian appeared composed, though his arrogance had diminished. Humanity, he began, choosing his words carefully, the Council acknowledges your achievements, though we find your refusal to share your technology unacceptable. Consider carefully your path forward. We seek a peaceful resolution, but only if you comply. Earth's leaders gathered swiftly, preparing a unified, deliberate response. They would offer cooperation, but never submission. Carter addressed the Council publicly, her voice firm and calm. Ambassador Lixian, we desire peace, but peace built on mutual respect. Humanity's achievements are not yours to demand. We stand united, willing to share, but only as equals. Threats will only strengthen our resolve. Lixian, visibly frustrated, cut the communication sharply, plunging the council chamber into tense silence. Debate erupted fiercely, council members arguing whether to attack or relent, their unity crumbling by the moment. In the following weeks, diplomatic envoys from various civilizations secretly visited Earth, eager to understand humanity's rapid advancement. These encounters revealed a critical truth: beneath the Council's dominance lay simmering discontent. Humanity's bold defiance had cracked open old resentments, creating new alliances built on mutual respect and equality rather than fear and dominance. As these new alliances formed, the Council's position weakened further. Several species publicly broke from the Galactic Council, openly condemning its rigid arrogance. Humanity's defiance, once considered reckless, had inspired a galaxy-wide reassessment of power and purpose. The Galactic Council finally reached a breaking point. Ambassador Lixian, recognizing that direct confrontation with humanity would trigger a galactic war they might lose, reluctantly called for a diplomatic summit, this time on Earth's terms. The summit convened in orbit above Phoenix Prime, aboard the magnificent Phoenix, humanity's greatest starship, a clear statement of Earth's newfound power. Carter, Sharma, Captain Reed, and Earth's representatives met face-to-face with Ambassador Lixian and a delegation from the remaining council members. The negotiations were tense, but humanity maintained its stance firmly: partnership and respect or nothing at all. Carter stated clearly, we have no wish for conflict. We offer knowledge and cooperation, but never again will humanity be subordinated or dismissed. Ambassador Lixian finally conceded, a bitter edge to his voice: humanity has earned our respect, albeit grudgingly. Your refusal to yield has reshaped this council irrevocably. The galaxy is changed forever by your actions. A treaty was drafted, one recognizing humanity's full sovereignty, equality among galactic civilizations, and autonomy in managing its own technological advances. The Galactic Council, while still powerful, now had to share authority with humanity, acknowledging openly the remarkable transformation that had occurred. In the years that followed, humanity flourished. Phoenix Prime became a thriving hub of human and interstellar cooperation, symbolizing peace through strength and innovation. Human technology, carefully shared, benefited countless worlds, establishing Earth as a leader in galactic progress. Yet humanity never forgot the lessons learned through hardship and defiance. Earth's military remained strong, vigilant, prepared always to defend their sovereignty if ever challenged again. Ambassador Lixian and the Galactic Council, forever changed by humanity's defiance, watched cautiously from a respectful distance, accepting that humanity's rise signaled a new era. Dr. Elena Carter, reflecting years later on humanity's journey, spoke before a united humanity, her voice resonating with pride. Our strength was forged in adversity, our unity in defiance. We refused abandonment, conquered impossible odds, and proved our worth to an indifferent galaxy. Today we stand not merely as survivors, but as leaders. Never again will humanity be underestimated. The applause thundered worldwide, from crowded cities to distant colonies, echoing humanity's pride, resilience, and defiance. Humanity's stand had not simply prevented war, it had reshaped galactic civilization itself, establishing humanity as respected equals, no longer merely observers or subordinates. They were now leaders, warriors, builders, explorers, and, above all, united humans standing proudly and boldly among the stars. Their defiant words to the Council had echoed across the galaxy, reshaping history itself. If you want our technology, come get it. Our war fleet awaits you. And the galaxy had listened, and backed down. Now humanity, having faced the abyss, stood proudly in the light of a new dawn, united and unbreakable, ready to face whatever mysteries or challenges awaited them in the boundless cosmos.